SPY, we had a really, obviously choppy out of the gate open here. So it was up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Just all sorts of nonsense. But let's take a look at here. This is where I told you on this triple bottom, right? 434, 41. It hit here, hit here, hit here, and it never came back. See it? Right? If the break of VWAP, that's a great strategy, right? And it's taken off. You can see right here, it touched a couple times. It touched here, it broke through here, right? It came up, it tried to come back down, and then came back up, right? Now, if you bought it here, this is the thing you got to be, you should be conscious of. If you bought it here and everybody's panicking on these pullbacks, you need to reevaluate that or start shedding, right? If you're the panic type, right? Or like me, I shave on big pullbacks, right? There goes 50%, I get rid of it, okay? Pulls back again, I get rid of 20% more. Pops up, it pulls back again, I get rid of 20% more. And then this one would have been 10% until it's pullback, right? And then the rest, right? So if you look at it that way, you would have collected here, 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 and then here, or worst case here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
Yes,
if you're shaving, you can do that as well, right? And the beauty of it is, if you look at this, right, this is profit to here, profit from here to here, profit from here to here, and then profit to somewhere, right, in one of these ranges on a pullback, right? So if you looked at this on an average, right, if we broke this down into an average from here, 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 and here, your average would probably be, somewhere around here is what you made on it, right? So let's look at the 2-minute EWO. That means the buy-in was off of this candle. Why is that, everybody?
Because it's larger than the first.
There it goes. There it
Bigger than
goes.
the first.
What if the first 10 were all the same?
You
Do I-
don't get in until it's bigger.
Stay out.
Yep. Yep. And right there, right, as soon as it goes bigger, right? So let's say that we've had 3 in a row, nothing, and then this one is larger. We enter right as soon as it breaks the height of one of them to the upside. Does that make sense? So right here again, 2-minute EWO, we entered the 2-minute EWO right here, right? The second candle, bang, which is somewhere in here. Okay, we made a move up. This should not panic you. This, by the way, this is where everyone loses their damn minds, and I don't understand that. If you entered somewhere in here and it pulls back to here, what are you panicking for, right? Like, what's the drama for your mama? There should be zero drama here, right? And this is where everybody panics and runs for the hills. Stop doing that. It didn't even come back to close to where you were. You're still above VWAP. When you enter this trade and it does this, everything in your body will start to freak out, right? Especially if you're a newer trader, because you just made a ton of money, believe it or not, on that one big giant 2-minute candle, right? So for those 2 minutes, your life was like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Okay. And you're like, do I get out? Do I get out? Do I get out? It's green. I can pay off my car, my house. I can go buy a boat. Oh, I've always wanted this ATV. All these things go through your head, and then it does this. Okay. It doesn't even bring you back to zero, but in your head, you're like, oh no, I'm giving up all that money. And right here you sell. Who does that sound like? Is that all of you? It's most of you. So here's what I would like for you guys to do instead of, just dumping the boat. How about every time it does one of these, get rid of some, right? And this is when we go back to that 50, 20, 20, leave the last to roll. If you can, and this is why I love training this, because if you can get your heads through this, it will get you through a lot of these funky hurdles. So let's say you bought here. Okay, this is your level. I'm just going to use this line because it's easier to see it. This is your buy-in. Okay, let's say it pulls back and you collect here. The nice thing with this is, if you've collected 50% of your money, somewhere on this pullback, it doesn't matter where, now you only have a 50% risk because the amount you had in there is now only 50%. Are you following me on that one so far?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
now what's nice about this, let's say this makes a round trip. It comes all the way back to where you were and you get rid of it because it breaks VWAP, and we don't hold calls when they break and hold VWAP. And now what happens is you're like, you know what? This is a bad trade. I'm going to get out. Guess what? You lost
Everything.
$0, right? Because you collected here to here. It came back to where you bought, and that's the other 50%. That right there was a free trade. Okay. Does that make sense?
It does.